Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Speaking, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering of my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler V-Series videos I've been doing for a little while now. I'll go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I'm super hungry, and this is my lunch, so it damn well better be good. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside the truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, oh yeah, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing today, folks? Well, it happens to be my Marks of Gray shirt. Which, if you're unfamiliar with Marks of Gray, they are an excellent local Illinois heavy metal band. I ran into these guys at a show 2023. They were doing like a really cool like local focused like set and everything. Like just all the bands were really awesome local bands. And I'd actually never heard of these guys before. But instantly, like as soon as they started going at it, it was like, yes, okay, I'm totally fucking into this. Really awesome show. Really enjoyed what they were doing. You know, afterwards, got a picture with them, bought a shirt. They're just cool guys, man, and they're doing really cool stuff. You know, from what I've seen, they're still trucking along, still doing stuff. Really, genuinely awesome addition to, like, the local Illinois music scene. People talk about, like, there's no good new music. It's like, no, you just suck. That's what that is like, because you just suck because you're not going out and looking for stuff. People just expect it to show up, and it's like, no, man, you have to look for this stuff. And I will always love and promote the local scene because it's just, you know, I love it. So much so, I've actually got some videos of their performance on my channel, just in case maybe you want to check it out. Anyway, speaking of local stuff, where am I reviewing stuff for? What are we doing? Well, it's from Portillo's. Which, if you're unfamiliar with Portillo's, they are a chain of kind of higher-end fast food. They specialize like in hot dogs and beefs, and you know that's kind of their jam. But they have other stuff. I've reviewed a number of stuff from them over the years. I like Portillo's a reasonable amount, but I did want some lunch, and I knew they had a new mint chocolate shake. I just got through reviewing this. Go watch that review. But I knew I wanted food, obviously, so I'm reviewing for you. It's this. It's in a thing. This is... Let's open it up. Oh my, it's juicy. It's juicy. Okay, can we get the thing? Yeah, okay, there we go. This, folks, is... Oh, they dipped it. I love them. This is... We're just gonna go into it. This is their beef and cheddar croissant sandwich. You got Italian beef, you got some delicious cheddar under there, and then you got a croissant sandwich. Interesting fun fact, I tried to review this one time, but I thought they forgot the cheddar because there was none on top, and that turned out it was on the bottom. So, let's get a thing for the thing. Can we get a thing for the thing? Ha 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 ha! Oh man, let's give it a go. If you've never had Italian beef, even though my friend Mark, who is an awesome person and typically has great opinions on food, doesn't like Italian beefs. Come on now, Mark. Come on. He watches my channel sometimes. Oh, that's good. That's so good, man. It's just... I mean, I'm not the biggest Portillo's guy in the world. I like them. But there's a lot of spots that do the things that they do better, that are like, you know, proper, smaller local spots. I tend to focus more on them. But I will be damned if I won't say that, you know, they don't have some tasty-ass food. And this is really good. Jeez. That's so good. And Italian beef, it's just like this, like marinated. It's like super soft, falls apart in your mouth. It's delicious. I actually did a comparison video between Portillo's and Scooby's on their Italian beefs. Go watch that video if you're interested. This is really good though. I love the addition of the croissant bun. It just, oh man, it really does just kind of, it's not as stable as like, the normal bread obviously, but it's soft, it's buttery, it's flaky, it's so good. Just that delicious spiced Italian beef. Doesn't taste like anything else in the world. It is phenomenal. It was one of the Chicago food scene, the Illinois food scene is wonderful. It's genuinely, I think we could go toe to toe with pretty much any place on the planet. But man, when you talk about those Chicago staples, the deep dish, the Chicago dog, the Italian beef, it's a good time. No, this is super duper good. This is, in terms of stuff that I, get from Portillo's, which I don't do that often, but, again, every now and again, this is definitely upper tier of the stuff that I get from them. Because, I'll be honest, if I just want a beef, again, I do have other places that I can get a beef that I might prefer a little bit, but this is still a very solid beef. And then, again, just the addition of the croissant bun, the cheddar is really nice. Like, it's really good, man. That cheddar, man, you bite into it, you taste it, and it permeates. That is fantastic, man. I'm gonna put it down because otherwise I'm gonna eat it all right here. That's so good, man. Seriously, occasionally I shit on Portillo's a little bit. I've had some crappy experiences with them in terms of service. And beyond that, like, again, they're not a go-to, even though they are an Illinois, establishment. By the way, because they are an Illinois establishment, this review is going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist for just, like, Illinois spots and everything. But even though they are seen as, this, like, beacon of Illinois-ness in the food scene, I don't know, man. Again, I think it's one of those things where I think they're good. I think they're typically very stalwart. You can rely on them. But I do think there's better stuff out there. But, again, they do have some damn good Chicago food. So, anyway, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yeah. I think for me, again, this is one of my go-to items. Like, there's other places I could go for other stuff. And I'm not going to say there aren't other incarnations of this particular sandwich. I'm sure there are. But in terms of local to me, this is pretty much the only one that I'm immediately aware of. Where, again, it's not only the beef, it's the cheese, it's the croissant, or the croissant. It's like, it comes together beautifully, and it's wonderful. I'll absolutely get it again. If I'm recommending it to people, I think I'm going to work off the presumption that you're somebody from out of state who maybe hasn't been to Portillo's. Because I feel like that's the people who'd be most interested in this. I think this is definitely a standout item for Portillo's personally. I will say again, if you just want a beef, if you just want a dog, they're fine, but there are better places. Talk to your local friends who live in the state. We'll tell you. But it is just really good. And, in terms of availability, there's quite a few Portillo's around. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, but yeah, man, it's definitely something I would. It would be one of those things where I would point it out and be like, look, you can get better beefs, you can get better dogs. That one, though, that's really one of the ones to get. So, anyway, final 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there, have yourselves a truly just Italian beef-tastic rest of your life. Because, Italian beef is just so hard to fuck up, man. It's one of those things, it's like, even when I've been to places where, like, it's clearly kind of lesser Italian beef, it was still, like, so good it was ridiculous. It's not even fair. But, Final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity in your world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes. And when we find ourselves in those situations, it's important we go over there, at least try when we can. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what I want you to do, if you have not been fortunate enough in your life, if you ever go over there and take a trip to Illinois, especially around the Chicagoland area, get yourself an Italian beef. You know, some people, they don't go in for the deep dish. That's fine. Jon Stewart can go fuck himself. I mean, you know, he's fine, but he can fuck himself with that stupid casserole bullshit. It's like, I like the guy's content in terms, I think he has a lot of smart opinions on things, but that's one of those things, I'll physically fight you, Jon Stewart. And it would be sad because you're older, I'm out of shape, you know, it wouldn't go well either way. But, and the Chicago dog can be very divisive because boy, oh boy, does it have a lot of shit on it. The Italian beef, though, that is one of those ones where it's like you can customize it, you can add peppers, giardiniera, or you can just get it straight, and oh my god, it's so good. So good. Anyway, bye.